We found out about the baby on holiday. We were away and we found out that she was pregnant. Now, you'd think that that would be a defining moment in me going, right, I'm going to be a dad. Bang, I'm an adult. I'm just an adult now, no matter what. Now, the defining moment, the solidifying moment for me to decide whether to be an adult or not happened on the flight home. First of all, we got there. We got to the airport. We're delayed for about 45 minutes. Delayed in the shit bit where there's no shops. You know, the purgatory shit bit, sit on each other's knees and wait to die in there. Right? So we got on. We sit on the plane. Rosie's in the window seat. I'm in the middle seat. The aisle seat is free at the moment. Right? There's people getting on still. We're one of the first people on the plane. Now, if anyone's been in this situation where it looks like you might get a spare seat to yourselves, you sit in silence and you pray to the gods of travel. Not my idiot wife. She went, oh, when no one sits there, we can lie down maybe. Not anymore, we can't, because you've just jinxed it, love. You've angered the gods of travel. You've angered baby Jesus. It's over. So I went, right, as you do, I went, don't say that again. Don't say it out loud. Cross your fingers. Say sorry to the gods of travel. Don't say it again. She went, what are you doing? You're such a child. What's the matter with you? Just don't say it again. Don't say what again? Don't say that we might get that. Don't say it. And as we're doing this bickering back and forth, I saw the next 7 hours of my life trundling down the aisle. The drunkest man I've ever seen allowed on an aeroplane. It was crazy. I couldn't believe he's on the flight. You know when they show drunk, it's not words anymore. It's like he's gargling his tongue. He was that drunk, he sounded like old dial-up internet. Oh, me, I like that, right? And I went, he's going to sit there. She went, no, he won't. I went, I bet you. Because you've said it, because you've ruined it, he's going to sit there. She went, don't be such a child, don't be ridiculous. Because you've done, I bet you 25% he has. Why have we still got that? I don't know. I bet he sits there. You know what I said, right? She didn't get this, but hopefully you'll get this. You know what I said? It's a specific moment in human life, right? I said, look at him. He looks like he stinks. Yeah, you get it. You know what I mean? You know when someone looks like the stink? There's no reason for it. They're not covered in dog shit. You just think, no, you are going to be a pungent little party in my nostrils, aren't you? And taste you from here. And the wind. I went, he's going to sit there. And she went, no, he's not. And I went, I bet he does. And she went, no, he won't. I went, I bet he does. And he walked past the chair. And she went, ha! And he turned around and he sat straight in the chair. God, I was heartbroken. I held my breath. I went, and I turned and I put my face right in her face. And I went, look what you've done. Look what you've done. You've ruined it. He's just touched me arm. He's clammy. I'm holding my breath. He's going to smell like poo and I've got to sit next for 7 hours. You ruined it all because you said it out loud. She went, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is what I do. I'm a comedian. I whinge about things. I'm not an astronaut. I'm not a zookeeper. I whinge about stuff. She went, what are you doing, man? Look, calm yourself down. She took my hands. She held them in her hands. She said, Chris, we are on our way home to tell your parents that they are going to be grandparents for the first time in my tummy. She took my hand and put it on her tummy. In my tummy is a little baby, your baby. And you are going to have to teach this baby how to act. Because what you are doing now, mate, is not how we act. You're being a dickhead. You're being a Lawrence. She's right. She's always right. She's a better person than I'll ever be. I said, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm sorry. Don't worry. I'm going to lean in now and have a big sniff. She went, don't, please don't. I went, shh. Don't speak. Don't speak, my love. Don't ruin this beautiful moment. I'm going to lean in. I'm going to get a couple of lungs full, right? Build up my tolerance and enjoy the flight. She went, please don't sniff that stranger. Too late! Remember me, my love! Never have I been more wrong about another man in my life. He smelled delicious. I went in for seconds, I had a lick. Honestly, the best smelling individual I've ever encountered in my life. I don't know what it was. He was a bit alcohol-y. He smelled like alcohol, but he had some kind of cream on for sunburn. Put them together, bang, Malibu. He smelled like Malibu. I hadn't smelled it for years. I was like, I was rubbing myself on him like a cat. You know what he did? Instantly fell asleep. Instantly fell asleep. The greatest passenger ever, like a little snoozing air freshener. Little Malibu Mark. Little Tropical Terry. Not a problem at all. Great flight already, and it hasn't even taken off. It got better. How? How can it get better? I'll tell you how. I'm not bragging here. Newcastle, you know me. I'm not bragging. It's always nice when it happens, though. I got recognised. This guy came down the aisle, you know. He'd had a couple of beers. He was a bit late. He was a bit excited, you know. He looked over. He knew. He knew. He'd seen my body of work, you know. He looked over. What was it he said again? What was he said? Oh, yeah. You're that bellend with the shit hair! It still counts. It still counts. I still got recognised. Don't take that away from us. As in life, sometimes you just get a bit of a tit. He was just a bit of a tit. Bit of a tit. Not a dickhead yet. Bit of a tit. He confirmed his dickhead status in the next thing he did. The air hostess was showing him to his seat. She was walking in front of him. He was walking behind her. Something fell from one of the seats onto the floor. She bent over to pick it up in front of him. And in 2015, he did this. I could almost forgive this horrendous sexist behaviour if he had 20 dickhead mates behind him going, "Way!" He was on his own. Who was that for? What was it for later? What are you doing? And I went, what a dickhead. And Rosie went, confirmed, dickhead. Brilliant. Look what could have happened, man. My God, look what could have happened. And I just stroked Pina Colada Paul. I love you so much, Pina Colada Paul. Right? And he was like, hey, mate, hey, you good, mate? And I thought, you know what? I don't do this often. I thought, I'm going to ignore this guy. I'm just going to ignore him. Started reading the safety car, the in-flight magazine, all that. He got louder as he got down the aisle. I thought, oh, he was swearing his head off. He was drunk. He was just a pain in the arse. We've all seen them. And he got louder and louder. But hey, it's not going to be anything to worry about because he's going to dissipate down that plane. I'm never going to see him again. He's just going to go quietly off into the night. Louder and louder. And he stayed at a constant level of noise, just parallel with us, just shouting stuff. And, hey, whack that bellend, and just showing off how many swear words he knew, right? And I started reading the card, and I put the card down, and I turned in time to see the worst sentence in the world falling out of the air stewardess' mouth. She said to Coconut Colin, excuse me, sir, but you're in this gentleman's seat.